Hey there, greetings. Bill Shaka here. Welcome to yet another edition of the 5-Minute Motivator. This edition, as the previous 12, are dedicated and celebrating a new course that I'm producing, or that I actually have already produced and is available, called Increasing Self-Confidence Through Public Speaking. And over the previous dozen and over the next few 5-Minute Motivators, I'm giving you some tips, tricks, and techniques how to be a better public speaker, how to self-tune your self-confidence as a result of that. And what I would like to talk about today is basically how you can play some public speaking games with yourself. And let me go into a couple of them. Now, remember, right now, the time period that we're in, if you saw the last episode, is we have finished the conceptual framework of our talk, but we haven't given the talk yet. Now's the time we want to practice. Well, here's a couple ideas on how you can practice the talk after you feel as though you have the flow of information down. One of the first things you could do, as I said, is play games with yourself. And here's what I mean by that. Begin with the end. Give the final minute of your talk and then go into the talk. Start with the middle of your talk. It's another great way to do it. And connect the dots toward the end and then go back to the beginning. Another thing you could do is concept by concept into the talk and work backwards all the way to the beginning of the talk. Now, you are never, ever going to do this in public. It's just a way of practicing. It's like if you play a musical instrument. See? It's like practicing scales. You never get on stage and say, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to play for you now an E minor scale. You just don't do that. What you do is you improvise around the scale. Consequently, it's kind of the same thing here. What I'm looking for you to do is to know that scale so inside, outside, forwards, and backwards that you have the ability to do whatever you want with it. I'll go a little further. It's like an actor ad-libbing. Before an actor can ad-lib, it means that what they need to do is have the script down cold. That's what you need to do, is have your script down cold. And playing these little games with yourself by starting at different parts of the actual talk will help you do that. Well, it'll help some people do that. If you think it's going to confuse you, don't do it, okay? Now, here's something else you need to do. I said a lot over these last few 5-minute motivators about how to make sure your head is correct. Never, ever lose hope. Always have that hope that your talk is going to go fabulous. Having that positive mental mindset is one of the most important things a public speaker in general can do. So make sure that that occurs, because without that level of hope, anxious anticipation is something I like to call it. It makes it very, very difficult to give a good talk. Now, let me go a little bit further. A couple other things you could do to practice your public speaking. Volunteer at work. What do I mean by that? If you're in a meeting of some type and somebody says, well, does anybody have any ideas? I do, boss. Put your hand up. And take a shot at an idea and do it as eloquently as you can. Hopefully it's a great idea, but the concern here is really practicing your talk. Also, make sure that you also have the ability to volunteer in public. So, for example, if your kids are in the Boy Scouts and you have the ability to be a pack leader, volunteer for it. It's a great way to talk. You will find that you will be able to unravel some gigantic concepts when you're talking to a bunch of 11-year-old boys. It makes it very, very difficult because they're all over the place. It's like trying to herd cats. Okay, so that's another great thing you can do. And ultimately, as you volunteer in public, as you volunteer at work, and as you continue to practice your talk in different sequences, the end result is going to be you are going to get damn good at giving this particular talk and about doing other talks and getting other talks down pat. That's the whole idea here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're very close to the 5-minute mark. Remember, click the link below. Check out my course, Increasing Self-Confidence Through Public Speaking. 30 6-minute modules designed to go over a 30-day period of time. In 1 month, you will find your self-confidence soaring, and you'll find your public speaking abilities soaring also. Until next time, this is Bill Shaka. Thank you for participating in another edition of the 5-Minute Motivator. Talk soon. Bye-bye.